everybody, welcome to my channel. We're doing a get ready with me today. We're going to make this an official get ready with me, and then I'll probably piggyback off of this to make it like a separate vlog video for a Sunday that we're going to put together, or I'm going to put together. All right, so I have my serums on, but I don't have sunscreen. So I am going to do that right now because it's right here. I'm going to go ahead, and I do like it. It's the Tatcha sunscreen here. I have yet to try the other one. I'll put it up here. If you have, let me know what you think of it. In general, because I spent about probably 6 months exclusively using Tatcha products morning and night, and I have to say that I enjoyed it. I was not used to using kind of more of a creamy moisturizer, you know, day and night. I usually use serums like oil blends or oil serums as my kind of moisturizer. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it, but I really liked it. It's at least the products I chose, it made my skin very juicy, very hydrated, really nice for kind of drier, easily dehydrated, mature skin. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I think today I'm going to go ahead and use my True Skin. I have to mix. I never could find a match that I was happy with, but they're reasonable enough where it's like 2 is still cheaper than some of the other ones that I have. Even if I bought 3, I think it would, yeah. I'm just going to kind of put it on the back of my hand. You might be in luck nowadays to find the color that you're looking for, because back in the day when it was really popular, just like forget it, you're not going to find it. I would say out of all of my kind of collection of the different sort of foundations, there's the word, Jill, that I have, this is the one that gives me the most coverage. And I'm not really used to that. And yeah, I can kind of feel it for sure. I can feel it on my skin. But some days I just feel like more coverage than other days. It's still not, you know, like I very seldom find a perfect match. So I'm used to having to kind of incorporate it down here, make sure I get it around my ears really well in my hairline, and even kind of back in here in case I put my hair up in a ponytail. I don't want like this weird stop and start thing. So yeah. It's actually more afternoon right now, but I was thinking I might go to our flower nursery, look at their plants, their hanging plants and stuff. I'm not sure, but I spent the earlier hours working out in the front yard. We have an HOA. It's the first time we've ever lived in a neighborhood with an HOA. Not used to it, and to be honest, I'm not real fond of it. It has its purpose for sure. You know, people don't get to paint their house any old color, which is great. Got to make sure certain things are looking okay. I don't know. I just don't, I guess I'm not really great with authority. I don't know. But I always start with my front yard, and like my backyard desperately needs mowed as well and all of that business. But it's like I gotta exert my energy first in the front, because if you don't mow your lawn, if things are looking not so great, then you will get dinged for it. So today I have learned that these days I can't do both the front and backyard the same day. So today I concentrated on the front yard. Maybe tomorrow I will concentrate on the backyard. So I did that, came in, took a shower, thought, okay, let's get ourselves together, Jill, in case we decide to go somewhere or just feel better, you know. The 2 colors that I used, one is a cool and one is a neutral. So the cool is called, it's the 007, and it's called Cool Nude. And then the neutral one is 004, and it is called Neutral. So I did 1 pup of each, kind of mixed it up on my hand here with my sponge, and those are the 2. I have another one that I have as well. It's almost a little too orangey. So these 2 I found through trial and error seem to work the best. And then for my concealer today, I'm going to use my Lancome Idol. This is currently my favorite concealer. It's great for mature skin. It stays put even with crepey skin. I think the key with any concealer when you're over a certain age is to try the least amount that you can get away with. Less is more under this really delicate crepey eye tissue. You start putting things on a little heavier, you're going to start running into problems. I don't care how good the concealer is. It is going, crepiness just kind of changes the game, doesn't it? So yeah, oops, that's not the brush I'm looking for. I'm also at the age, because I used to always set my concealer, but I'm finally at the age where I try not to have to do that. And that depends greatly on the concealer itself, on if you can get away with not having to set it. And this is the only one that I have used that I can get away with not setting it. And it really does stay put. It does a really good job at its job, really. And then I do just kind of like to take the body heat really of my finger, and just really lightly, just mostly just touching it to kind of melt the product even more, just to kind of get it, set it in there, and just in case it's decided to settle. You know, there's going to be a little bit of settling in that crepiness because, my goodness, I think adjusting our expectations is really important with our makeup. Just have reasonable expectations with your products. They're not miracle workers, as much as they would like to tout that. You know, let's be realistic. I always like to get the foundation out of my eyebrows about this time. I am wearing just sort of a khaki green summer shirt here, nothing fancy. So I'm just going to do something really neutral today. What am I going to do? I don't even have anything pulled yet. I shall ponder. So before I pick out that, I think I'm going to go ahead and go in with some sort of bronzer situation here. Kind of warm up my face. I'm very fair. Don't really tan. So this is a really nice one. It's really hard trying to find a bronzer for fair skin. That and contour. It's very, very difficult. So currently, and even last summer, this was my go-to. This is a Catrice baked, I'm having a hard time with words. I'm so sorry. Bronzer. And I find it pretty great for fair skin, for my fair skin anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and load this. I always like to kind of put it just kind of in here, leaving the center of my face bright. I do have a tall forehead, so I do like to warm up the outskirts. Don't worry, I always sort of smooth things out with my favorite big, huge kabuki brush that just kind of does the last final thing for me. And then, all right. And then I'm just going to kind of, again, just kind of go around the outskirts of the face with some color. It's not technically contouring because it's just warming up the face, really. Kind of think of it as the number 3 here. And I like to kind of bring it in here across the nose. Maybe even a little on the chest. Kind of just bring everything. Some warmth. All right. Then I'm going to take that kabuki brush that I was telling you about. And I'm just going to kind of smooth everything out, take off any excess product that's just sitting there. Great. I think I'm going to go out of order and actually do my lips. I don't know why, I just feel like doing that. My little nubby Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I did sharpen it. My favorite, all-time favorite lip liner. The color just works. I'm sure you've noticed, I mostly do nudes. I don't play up my lips so much, but I love all different shades of nudes, and this seems to work with them all. So it's like, yes, this one pencil really is pretty much all I need if I'm gonna traditionally line my lips. A lot of time I don't line my lips and I just contour my lips, but we're not gonna do that today. So traditionally gonna line my lips today. I'm going to go in with really the nudest nude that I have, and it is a traditional true nude, even more so I think than the Kim K, and it's the MAC Creme de Nude. It has been, and forever has been, one of my favorite nudes. But I am going to jazz it up a little bit. I'm going to go in with the Jouer. This is the Skinny Dip Topper. I just love this. It has a little bit of gold sparkle. It is a really pretty lip topper. I usually only do the center, and I don't put a ton on because then it travels, and then pretty soon it's wanting to creep out there. What blush? I'm going to save the eyes for last. Maybe we'll go into the Jouer. Yeah, I haven't used this too much. I'm going to go into this as a Jouer blush, sort of dual. I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to go in with something really floofy. Put that right here on the apples and just kind of carry it over. I always like to incorporate that right down a little lower, maybe across the chin. I am going to soften that. I'm going to go in now. I know I'm doing this very out of order, very weird. Laura Mercier. This is I use it as a highlighter. It's technically like a finishing powder, but it's just too much even for me because I love finishing powders all over. They really can jazz up the finish of your look, of your foundation. This one is just a little too much, but it's gorgeous. And I love to put it just kind of right in here and, you know, a little bit here in the temple. It is really pretty. So I tap some in the lid. And again, I'm just gonna put it right here. Maybe the tip. And right in there. Just a little there. Maybe there. There. It's just the little things. The little things. Going in with Too Faced Pumpkin. Yeah, this is a classic, right? Pumpkin spice. All right, let's do this. I'm not really seeing a good sort of brightener that I like to put through here. There is one here, but my goodness, it looks really, oh no, it's not. Okay. I thought it was almost kind of pure white, but it isn't. It is matte. It's got a little iridescence to it though. So I'm going to place that right here in the corner. I do like to brighten this up right through here. So let's go ahead and do that first. How's your week going? I hope it's going well. I had, well, Monday, which was 2 days ago, was the day I recorded the vlog that you're going to be seeing this coming Sunday, if you tune into those. And I had a really good day until about probably when I start really losing steam is right around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And yes, that happened. But for the most part, I had a really good day. I felt really good. I felt bright and peppy, and I had a really good day. And we had a very busy day. I take you along with me. I had a lot of different errands to run. So it was kind of a more in the car chat kind of thing. But we talked about so many different things. Lots of different things, including sort of hormonal, postmenopausal hormonal stuff and how that reflects with how hard it is to lose weight and how hard it is to keep it off and how easy it is to put it on. But we just talk about a lot of different things. So yeah, this is pretty, by the way, this here color. I just keep kind of going back in, not because it's not giving me good coverage, but because I'm just finding it so pretty. Goodness, I don't think I've dipped into that too much. If maybe I was, again, kind of afraid it was going to be too pure white, and it definitely isn't. And then put it up here, just a little highlight. Well, I kind of was thinking this was going to happen, but I was hoping it wouldn't. But definitely the next day, man, I even had to take a nap. I don't think I even got out of my pajamas yesterday, which was Tuesday. Well, today, feeling a little better, I forced myself to get out and do some yard work. And here we are. So, yeah, I have good days and then days that I'm just like, kind of need a recovery day when I have a good day, apparently. Hopefully that's going to change. One good thing, though, is I have lost 3 pounds, which I don't necessarily go by the scale, but because I've put on 10, close to 15 pounds, I'm not going to lie, I get on the scale. I just seem like I want to make sure I'm not going up and going up and going up, mostly is the reason why I get on. So yeah, I've been much, much better in getting myself back on track and eating the way that makes me feel really good and healthy. So keep it up, Jill. Keep it up. This is very neutral. It's not super warm green. It's not a cool green. It's just kind of that khaki kind of in between. And I'm not going to necessarily go green by any means. What's this color? What's this color going to give me? Oh my. Oh yeah. We're going to do this. This is definitely a sparkly kind. Well, it's probably more of a wet finish. I'm going to put this directly on my lid there. It's pretty. I'm using colors that I don't think I generally use when I pull this palette. That's kind of fun. I'm going to use this as my my nice blender brush. All right, before I do something to the end of my look, because you know how I like to use the really bold, rich colors kind of more to the end, I want to sort of, depuff, or more than anything, like maybe 5 years ago, I was maybe here and I'm there now. So, kind of probably was about here. So to kind of give the illusion that's not happening quite so much, we gotta do something there. We gotta lay some color in there. A lot of times makeup artists will call this the transition color. I need something like this. I like to do kind of a fuller dome brush for this. This one here is A501. This is from the Angie Hot and Flashy collection through BK Beauty. I love BK Beauty brushes. They are definitely some of my favorites, if not my favorite currently when it comes to makeup brushes. Good makeup brushes are a great investment. Just like any hobby, any craft, your tools do make a difference. And I never really knew that until I started experimenting with good quality makeup brushes. Okay, so this might be a little tricky with this particular palette because I usually go with something quite neutral for my transition color, and I prefer something on the matte side. And you know what I'm looking? I'm looking at this palette and I'm finding it hard to find something that would work well. Mauves end up looking orange on me. Burgundy would be not the greatest choice. I think, let me see what this looks like. No. So I think what I'm going to do, let me swatch. I'm going to swatch this color. I'm going to swatch this one. No. Well, I am going to go ahead and use this one here. And I'm really going to tap it off really well. And I'm also going to bump it a couple times on my towel. I'm not sure what the payoff is on this. It's been a while since I've pulled this palette out to use. It's not really what I was imagining, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work anyway. But I'll be recording stuff for the following week. So not for this Sunday, but for the following Sunday. Hopefully, if all goes well. All right, I'm going to go into the Love Your Latte right here. We're gonna see how this works. I'm not feeling it, but it's kind of pretty. I'm gonna bring that up when I get most of that pigment off onto the, right in here is where I want most of that pigment. So I am gonna now walk it up and in just a bit, up and in, up and in. Gonna get my nice blender. Well, that's an interesting thing going on here. Gonna get my blender and soften those edges. Interesting Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna now line with that same color, the Love Your Latte. I'm gonna knock it off a couple times there on the bottom. And I'm gonna use an old e.l.f. packed brush. It's packed in there real good. Gives me good control, doesn't flick around. And I am gonna lay this color right under the lower lash line. And I feel like I'm really doing this and going out of frame. I'm gonna sit up straight. Sorry if I was doing that and I didn't catch it earlier. Don't worry, we're gonna pull this together. It's gonna happen. Don't panic. Do not panic. Panic is not productive. So we're done. We're done with that. We're done with that eyeshadow part. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. Curling, curling. Everything's going to come together when we do the brows. We do the mascara. Just give me a moment. Now, is this it? Yes. All right. So I ordered this from Costco. You get two, and I think they were $27 and something, at least on the Costco.com where I shop. And it says that it is specifically made for water lining. And I have used it only once. And while at the end of the day it disappears, I found that it lasted longer than probably any of the other creamy pencils that I have used in either my tight line or my waterline. But I'm not going to say yay or nay quite yet because I haven't worn it enough. So this will be my second day. Okay, I'm in a tight line. A lot of times the long lasting ones, they're not creamy enough, you know, and this one is, I think it's supposed to be more gel-like than anything, but they're still transferring. It's going to transfer down below. Now for mascara. This is the Lash Idol. I need some more, so I can't get kind of the look that I want. I wanted to try this because I bought some Jones Road balms, you know, for like cheek balms and stuff like that. So I wanted to try her mascara. I don't like it at all, so that was a flop. It is very clumpy, very clumpy. I don't like the applicator at all. Yeah, I didn't care for it, and it took forever to dry, so I had to be careful because it was going to transfer up here, and it did transfer up there. I didn't like it at all, unfortunately. Finally, I found my $1 Billion Brow Powder. This is in taupe. It's my favorite. For a while, I couldn't find it. You want to know where it was? It was just right there in the very front of my desk, kind of like behind my mirror, kind of behind my microphone stand at the very edge over there. Gosh. Okay. Wish me luck. Eyebrows are always hit and miss for me.
Let's meet down at the lonely lake before summer has gone away. Swim out under a broken sky. Cold sun colored with shades of white. Wave goodbye to last summer. sleigh under the falling moon. Tell me something about yourself. You've never told to no one else. Say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer.
I think I'm just gonna stop there. Sometimes when I mess with them too much, it's like, then it just gets worse. And now is the time I would go in with some tinted brow gel. It gives more dimension. It covers my pure white hairs and incorporates them where I need them. I can't tweeze them because I need them there. But I ran out of that. So I'm just gonna go right in with a brow gel. And I've also run out of my favorite brow gel, which is the Patrick Ta Lamination Brows Gel. So I'm gonna go in with, where is it? Yes, I'm gonna go in with the Control Freak. It's pretty good. I just like more precision with this is like a mascara thing. I'm not fond of the applicator. It's not like the lamination where it's gonna not just lock in and stay there all day, but it is good. Better than a lot of drugstore brow gels that I have tried. Price is good. So it's just, I'm a little picky when it comes to my brow gel. All right. There we go. My, what a difference brows make. I think today I'm hoping that I get the little sort of hair piece, because what I'm hoping is that I can just kind of, on days when, I'm just not feeling helper hair at all, that I can just do something and put like my buns are like this big, but then just wrap that thing around it, and at least it makes me feel a little finished, for the day. But we'll see. All right, well, this is the makeup look for the day. Now, if I do get that hairpiece, that little ponytail hairpiece, and I am experimenting with it and I find something that kind of works, I'm going to share that with you, and you're going to see that coming up next. If not, then I'm going to say adieu right here, right now. And I always want to thank you for clicking that thumbnail, spending a little time with me today. And if you're watching this at the beginning of your day, I hope you have a great day ahead of you. And if you're watching this toward the evening, I hope you sleep well. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.